Alright, before we get into this, I have to give a huge warning. The stories we're about to share are incredibly sensitive and deal with real-life tragedies. Viewer discretion is strongly advised. Today, we're not doing a crazy challenge or giving away $1 million. Instead, we're looking at something incredibly serious. 5 gym deaths you won't believe actually happened. These aren't just stories, they're lessons that could literally save your life. My goal here isn't to scare you away from the gym. The gym is an amazing place for self-improvement, health, building confidence, but with great power comes great responsibility. Lifting heavy weights, pushing your body to the limit is a huge responsibility. It's so easy to get caught up in the moment. Our first story is one of the most common nightmares for anyone who's ever laid down on a bench press. This is the story of Justyn Vicky, a 33-year-old fitness influencer in Bali. He was a pillar of his community, known for his positive energy and dedication. He wasn't a beginner. He was an experienced lifter trying to push his limits. He was attempting a massive 460-pound squat. On that fateful day, Justyn was in the gym, surrounded by clanking weights and music. He loaded the bar for his squat. He had a spotter behind him. Everything seemed ready. He unracked the weight, took a deep breath, and began his descent. But then everything went horribly wrong. He couldn't generate the force to stand. He stumbled forward, losing balance. His spotter tried to help. The momentum of 460 pounds was impossible to control. In a split second, the unthinkable happened. The bar rolled forward off his shoulders. The bar slammed down, pinning him. People rushed to help. Panic set in. Paramedics arrived and rushed him to surgery. The damage was too severe. Justyn Vicky tragically passed away. He seemed to do things right. He had a spotter, but the spotter wasn't able to control the weight. A critical lesson. Do you have a plan if you fail? Another safety measure that could have saved him is using the safety arms or pins on the squat rack. If a spotter can't realistically help you out of a failed rep, it's a false sense of security. Respect the weight. If you have any doubt, lower the weight or use every single safety feature available to you. Your life is not worth a personal record. Let's move to the next story. Okay, from the weight room, we're moving to the cardio section. You might think, how can a treadmill be that dangerous? You're just running in place, right? This happened to a man named Charles, a regular gym goer who was just trying to get his daily cardio in. Charles was on the treadmill, headphones on, probably lost in his music or a podcast. He was running at a pretty fast pace, pushing himself. Witnesses said he seemed to be getting tired, his form starting to falter a bit. Suddenly, he lost his footing. Maybe he tripped, maybe he got dizzy, but he stumbled and fell backward. The treadmill belt, still moving at high speed, didn't stop. It acted like a relentless conveyor belt, dragging him backward and launching him off the machine. He flew off the back of the treadmill with incredible force, his head slamming against a piece of gym equipment behind him. The impact was brutal. He suffered a massive head injury right there on the gym floor. 1 minute he was running, the next he was unconscious and critically injured. The gym staff rushed to his side and called for an ambulance immediately. The fall had caused irreversible brain damage. Tragically, Charles was pronounced dead at the hospital. This accident is a stark reminder of 2 major dangers: distraction and overexertion. Wearing headphones can tune you out from your surroundings and your own body's signals. You might not hear your breathing become too ragged. Another critical safety feature that is almost always ignored is the treadmill's safety key. Clip the red safety key to your shirt. If you fall, the cord pulls the key out and the machine stops instantly. Make sure there's enough space behind the treadmill, clear of any equipment or walls. A treadmill isn't a toy, it's a powerful machine that demands your full respect and attention. So, the next time you step on a treadmill, please remember this story. Clip on the safety key. Pay attention to how you feel. Don't blast your music so loud that you can't hear yourself think. This next story is pure nightmare fuel, especially for anyone who loves lifting heavy. We're talking about the one piece of equipment you're supposed to trust with your life, the squat rack. You put your complete faith in its structural integrity every time you step under the bar. But what happens when that faith is broken? He was preparing for a heavy squat session, a routine he'd done hundreds of times before. He lifted it off the J-hooks. He took a step back. He set his feet. He reached the bottom and started to drive back up. Then, the sickening screech of metal giving way. One of the squat rack's uprights buckled under the pressure. The entire structure twisted and collapsed. The bar came down. All the weight came crashing down on top of him. There was no time to react, no time to bail. He was instantly pinned under hundreds of pounds of steel. He was alone in his garage gym with no one there to help him. It was his family who found him later. Emergency services were called, but it was far too late. The investigation revealed the cause: a faulty weld on the squat rack. A tiny, almost invisible defect had created a weak point that finally gave way. This tragedy underscores the absolute necessity of checking your equipment, especially if you have a home gym. You are your own safety inspector. Look for cracks in the paint, metal fatigue, rust, or wobble. If it's worn, rusty, or unstable, do not use it. Report it to the staff immediately. Never ever lift heavy alone, especially in a home gym. With no spotter and no safety arms, the outcome could be tragic. Have a partner or someone else in the house. Mark's story is a horrifying lesson in trusting but verifying your equipment. We often think of gym tragedies as happening in the weight room, with loud crashes and dramatic accidents, but this next story takes place in the quietest part of the gym: the sauna. It's a place for relaxation and recovery, but for one man, it became a death trap. The person in this story was a middle-aged man who had just finished a solid workout. Like many people, he decided to hit the sauna to relax his muscles and sweat out some toxins. He stayed in the sauna for a long time, longer than the recommended 15 to 20 minutes. As time passed, another gym member noticed that he hadn't moved at all. Thinking the man might have just fallen into a deep sleep, he tried to wake him, but there was no response. They quickly got him out of the intense heat of the sauna and tried to revive him, but it was too late. He had passed away while sitting on the bench. The cause of death was later determined to be a massive heart attack. The extreme heat of the sauna had put an unbearable strain on his cardiovascular system, triggering the fatal event. What makes this story so tragic is that the man had an undiagnosed underlying heart condition. Before you begin a new workout program or use facilities like saunas, it is absolutely critical to get a checkup from a doctor. An EKG can uncover hidden issues. The signs of a heart attack can be subtle: shortness of breath, discomfort in the chest or arms, jaw pain, lightheadedness, nausea. In the hot, sweaty environment of a sauna, you might dismiss these as heat effects. If something feels off, get out and seek help immediately. Stay hydrated before and after. And never use a sauna if you've been drinking. It increases the risk dramatically. This quiet, peaceful end is a chilling reminder that the most dangerous threats in the gym can be the ones you can't see. Our final story comes from the world of high-intensity interval training, specifically CrossFit. CrossFit has an amazing community and has helped millions of people get into the best shape of their lives. But it's also famous for its grueling workouts that push people to their absolute physical and mental limits. The athlete, a young and enthusiastic member of his CrossFit box, was trying to hit a new personal record. The workout involved a complex Olympic lift, the clean and jerk. This is a highly technical movement that requires strength and mobility. The atmosphere was electric, with music blasting and fellow athletes cheering him on. It's an intoxicating environment that makes you feel like you can do anything. His form on the initial reps was already starting to break down. He was clearly exhausted, but fueled by adrenaline and the desire not to give up. As he tried to perform the jerk portion of the lift, he lost control. The bar came crashing down, not in front but backward over his head. The barbell landed directly on his thoracic spine. The entire gym went silent as he screamed in agony. The impact caused a devastating spinal cord injury. He was rushed to the hospital, but the damage was catastrophic. The injury led to complications from which he could not recover, and he passed away a few days later. This tragedy is a direct result of pushing beyond your limits with improper form. It also raises serious questions about coaching. A good coach knows when to push and when to tell an athlete to stop. The AMRAP, or for time mentality, can be dangerous if it encourages you to sacrifice safety for speed. Coaches should protect athletes, even from themselves. No workout, no score, no personal record is worth a life-altering injury or worse. Your long-term health is the only prize that matters. Let's learn from these tragedies. The stories we've shared today are absolutely heartbreaking. They serve as a sobering reminder of hidden dangers in the gym. From the bench press to the treadmill, no corner is immune if safety isn't your priority. Check your equipment. Use safety clips. Use safety arms on the squat rack. Clip the red safety key to your shirt on the treadmill. Listen to your body and leave your ego at the door. Ask for a spot. There is no shame in being safe. Consult a qualified trainer or physical therapist. Let's make the gym safer for everyone. Look out for each other. In loving memory of all those who lost their lives pursuing their strength. Stay safe, everyone.